All right. Welcome back to week 3 of the Mob Podcast. I'm your host, Caleb Okechukwu. And to the right of me,
Marlo Wax.
To the left of me, our brother Jihad could not join us today. But
he's good though.
It's all good. You know, he sends his love
Yeah.
to the Mob Podcast, all the supporters, Cuse Nation. You know, he wishes he could be here. You know, he just has some things going on. So
He'll be back next week.
Yep. But, you know, the show must go on. So, Marlo, how we feeling? We 4-0?
Big feeling, man. Waking up 4-0 every time.
Hey, man.
Staying on that W column.
I get used to this.
That's love, man.
That's love. That's love. And I don't know what you saw it, but we are ranked in the coaches poll, top 25.
Coaches poll, yeah.
Top 25. So that's definitely a blessing right there.
My first time being ranked. Coaches poll.
It is.
It ain't your first time though. I know.
It is. It's not. It's not.
But we trying to do more. We trying to get up higher now.
Yeah. So it's definitely dope, man, to get the win, beating UVA in another close game.
Yeah, it was.
So how do you feel about that? Like,
we just the resilience the team is showing. We just really just coming through in those close games just show you how much we coming together.
Yeah.
That's big for us because a lot of teams like us last year, we gonna keep it 100. Those games coming to the end, we wasn't pulling it through.
For sure.
This year, I feel like that's definitely the difference. We're just really coming through with those end time games and just our offense trusting us and defense trusting the offense. Everybody just coming together. I love that.
For sure. And I think that's just so real because just going off of that, I think it's easy everybody wants to say how we should have won the game, but at the end of the day, we won. So that was kind of my message to everybody after the game. A win is a win.
Yeah, it could be ugly, which
it
probably is, but a lot of
wasn't
things.
pretty,
That's
but
the good thing. We got a lot of things to go and fix, so it won't happen at the end. But W is a W.
Keeping us hungry, keeping the dome happy, keeping the fans rocking in the dome, man. It's definitely just a blessing just to start to see things turn around for our team. But I think for me, I was thinking about it yesterday night after the game. It's like we're not satisfied.
Yeah, no, heck no.
It's like, you know, we're 4-0 right now, but it's almost as if we expected this because we've been working, right? And it's that's kind of been the message the whole summer. So I think it's just dope to just see, you know, the things that we put in start to, you know, something to show for it. So just going into the game, obviously it was a real back and forth game.
It was.
We held them to 0.
They're at first half, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, obviously they're a Division I team too, you know, and they want to win as well, just as bad as we do.
Scholarship too, yeah.
Yeah, that's what Coach White always saying. They got guys on scholarship too. They're making a few plays, but just talk about, you know, the top moment. What was your emotions going into it?
It was a tough game, you know. UVA, they're a real good team. They do a lot of different things, and their defense was playing really good against our offense. They schemed up really good, but we had a lot of people go down, which is sad. Hurts me, but the leaders on the team, like you, Kel, all of us, we had to remind everybody that still was on the field and the young bucks coming up that got to keep going. We got to keep fighting because we're not losing this game.
No, not at all.
We can't do that. We got a lot more things to do. We got things to fix, but
that's facts, bro.
We good. We're going to keep on going and get this W.
I think that's real, too, what you said, too, because I think, you know, football is an emotional game. And you know, if you watch the full game, I think you started to see the mob, which I'm talking about the defense right now. We were getting, you know, we had some emotional moments.
Yeah, it was I would say right after half, when they scored, it was a little
it was a little emotional.
That wasn't us.
It was a little emotional.
We had to lock in.
We had to. And I think
lock in.
That's so real because you saw it and you kind of saw it just moments in the game where because we were starting to let our emotions get to us a little bit, it started to affect us, you know. And I think once we realized, hey, forget everything else. It's us.
Yeah, we got we're not like Coach White said in the huddle one time. We're not letting them control the game. We being us. We being the mob. We gonna play this game how we play the game. We're not gonna try to play around them, let them do what they want. But no, as long as we be aggressive and physical, that's all it is. We just be us.
If y'all don't know what Marlo's talking about, go to Q's Football Instagram page. Shout out to the media team. That video was hard. And you're going to see our defensive coordinator on there talking about our aggression and physicality. So
getting us turned
before the game. And I ain't going to lie, that speech had me ready to go. I was like,
shout out to you, Coach White.
Shout out to Coach White because we was not losing that game after that speech.
No, at all.
You know, and I think that's dope. So just talk about some top moments from the game for you.
Top moments. I got to say, G-Dub pick. The way So I was rushing that play. I turned around. I just see G Tiffy in the air. That boy got up.
Yeah.
That boy got up there. What about yours?
I think, too, that pick because we had just had a turnover on our team. So we gave the offense the ball right back.
Yeah, and then, it was a turnover by them. I forgot what turnover it was. I think it was the fumble or something. It's good. We got G-Dub snap. It was one play. Then the very next play, G-Dub caught the pick. So it was a quick turnaround for the offense.
And that just shows, like, we're not playing. We don't care what's going on.
Like we said, we was being us.
Another top moment for me. Another block field goal.
Yeah, Caleb, me and JT.
Right, hold on.
That's my brother.
Let's go into it. Cause
me and JT got the right side. I had a block last week. So JT had a block this week.
We got a little competition going on right now because Marlo and JT, the other starting defensive end, and myself and Kayvon, we're on the left side and they're on the right. So in practice, me and Marlo go at it a lot because he was like, we got 2 block field goals, y'all got none. So we really be on the field like, all right, we're going to get some. And I'm not going to lie, I was happy we blocked it. But to see Marlo and JT get it again, I was like, God dang, they going to be on my head.
Hey, put in the comments who y'all think going to finish the season with the most block kicks.
All right, they up. Which y'all up 2-0 right now?
We up 2.
All right, they up 2-0 right now.
Y'all know who it's going to be.
Don't worry, it's a long year. We got, 8 games left. And just know it's going to be a lot of blocked field goals now just because of this right here. So, I think, but even in that, right, it just shows our competitive spirits. But ultimately, it's to help the team win. And I think just going to our, just some more top moments. I think, OG stepping up and getting like those plays when we needed them.
That boy had 100 yards at halftime.
Yeah, he's a receiver that's up and coming. If you don't know who he is, you definitely know now.
That boy had 100 yards at halftime. That's crazy.
That's
man.
crazy. Hey, but remember what he said last week though? No one can stick me. that
boy different,
yeah,
man.
so
That's Florida.
Maybe he was listening to Already Won Again around the field. So he was probably
won.
Yeah. So, but I think for me, man, a top moment was watching Andre Szmyt kick all those field goals.
Yeah, that's so we got our lockers right next to each other. So we
really?
That's my boy right there.
Yeah.
He snapped.
Shout out to Andre, man. I think he definitely
tied the record for this field goals kicked in the game. 5, I think.
I think he got every record right now.
Yeah, that boy got every record.
Yeah, so
that boy different.
Yeah, but he definitely, and it was definitely just watching him, just look so calm and just knocking him down for us. Because see, that's the thing, people don't know. Like sometimes, you might go through a game where it's just not hitting, and he came through every time and hit.
It was easy.
Offense and defense.
It looked easy to him.
Man, what he was, Andre, he'd be like this. He look down, then he get it in there. So I mean, that was definitely dope to see. But yeah, it was a crazy game. But to win on one of his field goals, man, it was dope. And obviously, after he kicked the last one, the mob went out there, and before we went out there, the mob was like, "Yeah, we not. It's in our hands. We not.
Us.
Yeah, game over.
we won it just like this.
Yeah, we
in our hands. Yep.
A minute 15, we was like, all right,
we good.
It's over. Like,
and some boys made some plays.
Man. And speaking of guys who balled out, you know what I mean, and guys who came through Syracuse and definitely left an impact. I was catching up with this one guy who definitely was a top player, in my opinion, to walk through Syracuse University. Me and this guy, we were roommates. A lot of people don't know that.
Locked in.
We started something that a lot of people don't know about, but, know about, but, if you know, you know. Feel me? And that is Andre Cisco.
That's that boy.
We definitely wanted to bring him on this week and catch up with him and just talk about, his career so far in the NFL and his process of getting there and things that he had to, endure along the way. So, Andre, how we doing?
What's going on, fam? Caleb, Marlo, good to see y'all boys,
yes,
man.
Sir.
Bro, what up?
I see you repping.
I
see you repping the Cuse. You got the Cuse hoodie on.
Oh, yeah. After every win I pull up to the facility, my thing on, because everybody got to know, like, we really on that this year.
Nah, for sure. Yeah. I see the gram, too. We showing love on the gram. That's, you know what I'm saying? Nah, for sure that. But, so, we wanted to just talk to you about your process in the NFL. I know it's your second year. We saw you had your first pick. I ain't really know if I like the Selly, but, we seen the first pick, though. We was definitely gassing you in the locker room. So how's that been for you?
It's been smooth. Transition's been cool. First, second year, 2 different staffs. So some things to learn from and all that. But, coming away with a pick last week and things starting to come together for the team as a whole, it's been, fruitful.
Yeah.
That's love.
So like, how is that, though? Because, you said that 2 different staffs in 2 years. And obviously, I think while you were here, you only had that happen to you once.
Nah, I mean, we had the defensive staff change.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so like, what's that like for you, just going from your old coach to your new coach and like a whole new staff and everything like that?
It was really like a fresh slate for everybody, honestly, bro. Like, because we had a solid team, and then we had a new staff come in that was experienced, a good NFL background, so we wasn't really tripping about it. And it's been a good transition. They all really a lot of former NFL players too, so they relate well and all that.
Yeah, Dre. So I hear you talk about the transition and all of that. So for like people like just not even just Syracuse, people in different colleges and like got dreams of doing what you're doing right now, going in the league. Can you talk about just the biggest transition from college to the NFL? Like the biggest thing?
Yeah, being a pro, like it's a lot more at stake every Sunday than every Saturday. It's just you you want to, the mistakes in the league they cost you a lot. So you want to throughout the week. I mean, like the amount of film study you put in, like when you I'm a starter now, like I'm watching film like whenever I have free time, I'm on the film. Like it's just I don't got a choice. You know what I mean? So I think what's at stake is higher, and being a pro, you gotta learn from the guys that do it well in your locker room and take after them.
That's facts. You said cost. Did you mean like literally?
They hit them pockets.
Yeah, like you meant literally. Like what you mean?
Like you feel me? Like you play around 2 Sundays in a row. Like you might not gonna have a job next week. You know what I mean? Like
that's real. That's real.
Yeah. So we know the league. They love to fine people though.
Yeah.
Have you been hit with any fines?
Yeah.
Yet?
You got any?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. That's a good guy right there.
Nah, for sure.
They've been tripping about is the knee pads over the knees. Like they're not that. Like,
so that's really a rule.
Oh yeah, nah, they serious about it. Like even if you got the leggings on, they pull them down. I'm like, bro, I can't. My pants is all.
They tripping, man.
Like, do you know why that is, or is that just how it is?
Player safety.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like, okay.
You gotta protect them knees.
Yeah, for sure. So, just going into what you were saying about being a pro, I think that's so important. And a lot of people don't know that we were roommates our freshman year, and those are some real funny days. But I tell people all the time that like ask me about Dre, like how he was, his approach. I say stories like, y'all think I'm playing when I say this, but like I remember we would watch movies in the crib and Dre would be rolling out on the floor, using bands, like doing like calf workouts on the stairs. That's how so like for you, where did that come from? Because in my opinion, I felt like you were somebody that understood a good balance and like you knew how to like work hard but have fun at the same time. Did that was that always in you, or like you just had it like?
I think part of it comes from like, I went to IMG. I'll give some of the credit to that, is just being around people that experience and tell you like, you got to take care of your body, things like that. So, I was always in the training room taking care of myself. So that's part of it. I think also like, even from when I was a young boy, like before my games, I'd be at the field running around like for like game starts. Part of it is like I'm just like, I just get antsy about football. Like it's always on my mind. So, it kind of translates into, taking care of your body and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was a young buck when Dre was on his way out. So yeah, I seen that. I seen just he really was a pro. He was just so locked in. I just seen and just being a recruit, just seeing him from his freshman year to his sophomore year, just the way he changed his body. I can't lie. I wanted to follow in that lead just because the way he was just doing things so differently. So yeah, talk about when I was a young buck last year. Went through a hard time with that your injury last year here. You didn't really get to finish it out. Can you talk about how you handled that? Because everybody want to be on the field with 4 players. We want to do what we do. But can you just talk about how hard that was and how you got over that through that adversity?
Yeah, it's funny. Today is actually the 2-year anniversary.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like I remember that day. Like and then I remember just watching Dre go down that before the game. That was crazy.
Yeah. And warm-ups too, I didn't even realize it was my last game, which is crazy. But
it's crazy.
But yeah, I mean that was hard. That was like probably within my last 2 years of life, that's like the staple, like my transition to the NFL. Like I had to make a decision like whether I was gonna stay in college or not, and I decided to take the chance and leave. And so I tore my ACL, and the next day I got cleared was my first day of NFL camp. So
wow.
In between to get right, it was like
that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
God at that point, so I had to really trust God. Really, that's what that transition taught me. And I got through it, and I'm better now. And I think for people that go through that, you really gotta trust your process, but you gotta work hard throughout it. You can't forget.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people like get injured and let it discourage them, and they feel like they ain't gonna be back. But I had no doubt in my mind that like I was gonna be back and better. I think that's the mindset you gotta have.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I think like what you're saying is real, because I think speaking to like just injuries and stuff like that, I think you see players that get hurt and definitely get discouraged and don't come back the same, ultimately because of your mind, not even because of like your physical skill, you know. So I think just going off of that, so what was that approach then, right? Because you knew that going into your camp you got cleared, and then it was like, all right, I got camp. So where it's like, all right, I'm gonna go out here and I'm trying to take like the starting job, or was it like, all right, nah, I just want to take it one day at a time?
I was full steam ahead. I was like, bro,
that sound like Dre though.
You know he was.
I'm finna take the league by storm. Like, I had that in my mind. I'm like, I'm about to, people gonna be like, he's coming off of ACL. Like, because I really was looking good, like healthy wise. Like, you couldn't really tell I was coming off of ACL for the most part. But I still wasn't to my 100% self, if I'm being honest. Like, there's just some things you got to work on in the off season that's gonna get you right for the season.
Definitely.
So, but no, I was full steam ahead. I had no lack of confidence. I was straight, like, but you know, my body held me back a little bit.
That's what's up.
Yeah, you talking about just him being at full speed.
Yeah, I'm not even surprised he said that. Like that's Dre though.
That boy got his first career pick.
I'm saying though,
you know
like,
they call him Mr. Ballhawk, so you know he got that first pick. So talk about how that was, because we know you used to catching interceptions, but catching them in the NFL was different. Like I know that's a dream. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it was a good opportunity. I mean, it was we was up in the Colts, and we was kind of like the play before we had a pick, and it was like it got tipped at the line. It was really coming to me. It got tipped at the line.
Think could have two. That's crazy.
I was sick. So, but I'm on the sideline. I'm like, I'm good. Everybody was like, that was yours. I was like, chill.
Yeah. So I think that's dope, man. And I think also too, you know, while you're like your time here, you definitely were a leader. So, and obviously you guys are having some success right now over at the Jags, and everybody, you know, sees it. So what's your approach? Because I'm not even going to lie to you, bro. Like, you all over their social media. You know what I'm saying? I saw you yesterday talk about movie on the plane.
You got that 5 on too.
You know what I'm saying? Though, like, are you like the leader over there? Does everybody like follow you, or like what's it like?
You know, we got a young locker room for the most part, so it's not hard to like, you know, fit in and like and your vets over your head kind of like treat you as a youngin'. So we kind of like all come together well. I do my best. I get along with everybody. You know how I am. I'm kind of like I'm just social. So no, I'm cool with everybody. I wouldn't say I'm like the leader of the team yet, but I do my part. And I consider myself like, you know, I'm a starter on defense. So there's a part of me that has to lead. You know, I make a lot of calls and stuff like that. They trust me. And I got a good relationship with people over there.
No, that's facts.
Talking about that locker room, so you say you cool with everybody. So how is it like when you certain people in there like that you played against? Like, do y'all talk smack sometimes?
I know some Clemson guys in there.
Yeah, Clemson. I know it's different schools in there. Do y'all talk smack sometimes, and y'all be chilling?
We'll talk smack about like our school's playing right now. I ain't gonna lie. Like, when you in the league, you take so much pride in your school. Like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Like, if your team trash right now, like, we on your head every day.
So I know it's up for you right now. The locker room.
We looking out for you right now.
It's up for you right now.
Like, went to Miami, they just lost to Middle Tennessee. I'm like, bro, don't talk.
Don't talk.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, so you know, I wanted to ask you, like, we saw you change your number, and I'm saying though, like, you were Ocho Cisco for not just college, high school. Now you Cinco Cisco with the 5, you know what I mean? So what was that? Like, what went into that choice?
Honestly, like, well, the 5 opened up, right? So I was like, I thought about it, and then I was like, I ain't picked the 38. The 38 was just, I pulled it to the listen, I pulled to the Jags, and it was on my locker, and I was like,
hey, I'm dying. I remembered, I was like, yo, Dre at 38? That don't even sound right. I ain't gonna look after you.
Right. I was blown, but I was like, you know, it was cool for what it was, and I was like, you know, the 5 is cool, and I was like, I ain't scared of a rebrand, me personally. I only ate like one time in my whole football career anyway. Ocho was like a part of like, that's from like 5th grade, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So who you guys got going into this week?
We got the Eagles on Sunday in Philly.
Okay.
In Philly.
What time?
I think it's supposed to be at 1:00.
Oh, okay, 1:00. All right. So I mean, just you know, just coming to just like the end of it, just chopping it up with Dre, man. We just really appreciate you, for hopping on our pod, man, and just showing us love. And obviously, we all see what you're doing. We talking about you in the locker room, but just before we get you out of here, what's some advice you just have to the young kid who wants to get to the level that you're at, and just give them some advice on like how they should approach their everyday life for real.
Yeah, I think my biggest advice to somebody young that's trying, get D1 or get to the league would be just to decide, look at people that you want to be like, decide like who you want to be, and then make everything else align with that. I feel like that's the biggest thing that you could do for yourself. I feel like some people, they say they want to be something, but they don't do everything else that comes with it. You know what I mean? Like, just real. Like they say, I want to be a starter till it's time to do starter things.
That's real. Yeah, that's real.
Just finding yourself with who you want to be and then letting it all fall into place after that.
That's real, man.
Yeah.
Man, Dre, we appreciate you. Former Cold-Hearted CEO. If you know, you know. We some real legends up here. But
I'm too young for that Cold-Hearted. I wasn't up here.
You know. If you know, you know. But it kind of ended 2020. But
another one coming in 2023.
Oh yeah, need that. League edition. No cap. But nah, though, man, Dre, we appreciate you, man, and keep doing your thing in the league. We watching.
Bet. Appreciate y'all, boys.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
So, all right, just talking about the game and everything. We got to do our mobster of the week. I got to say before we go into that, like, Q's Nation, y'all really buying into the mobster of the week, and we love it. Like, I saw something on Twitter. This one lady had on the mob gonna get your shirt. I forgot the name, but shout out to you. That was dope.
Bro, that made me so happy, man. That was lit, bro. That was love.
That was love.
Shout out for who did that.
We should do y'all keep it going with these designs, and we're going to shout y'all out on here because y'all going crazy on Twitter with those mob shirts and just the mob everything.
We're going to get our own soon this week.
Yeah.
We're going to get our own.
We would love if the crowd, we can get a mob chant. We hear a mob chant, that'd be crazy.
All those armies.
All those armies.
Y'all here right now, bro.
Yeah, you guys shout out mob.
That mob
chant, that'd be crazy. All right, yeah. So just going to the mobster of the week. Obviously, like you said before, a lot of guys went down.
Yeah.
And but that's what again makes our team so special. That next man up.
Yeah, a lot of guys, offense, defense, special teams. A lot of people came in and did what they do. Next man up. Yeah, that's what I love about this team, though. Like, ain't nobody took a step back. It didn't feel like those people being on step back. Nah, we was up. They was ready for the task.
For sure. So, who's your mobster of the week? They want to know.
Yeah. So talking about people being down and people had to come in. My boy AJ, first career start. That boy, I ain't gonna lie, that boy came in, did what he do. That boy, it was no slack in that side linebacker. That boy came in, was strapping in coverage. He made a big play at the end, right before the very last play. He almost had a pick. That boy dropped it though. Probably hit his nose. I gotta talk about his nose. The ball probably hit his nose, but that's my boy. That's my mobster of the week. Came in snap.
Nah, respect, and I think that's just so dope, right? Because if you go back and watch the first episode, we were talking about his growth and his maturity.
I feel like every week we've been
talking about him,
bit.
so you see the growth right there. So we're not lying, right? So so I think that's just dope to see his confidence and his play, and obviously just that's a reminder that football is football, no matter what level you're on, and once you get that that comfortability and that confidence. You saw that with him. And I was definitely proud of him, too, just stepping in the way he did and not overthinking. I was definitely on him a little bit.
Yeah. So me and him, we came in together. So, like, we was two linebackers. A lot of linebackers came in, but me and him came together. That's my boy right there. So, I just seeing the growth. I knew he was going to be ready. But you always got somebody that's first career start, you got to keep being in his ear, but that boy was ready. He's preparing like a starter all year. Since he's been here, he's preparing like a starter. So that boy came in and really did what he did.
Shout out to War, man. Okay, shout out to War. All right, so I think
your mobster of the week.
My mobster. We were just talking about him a little earlier.
Who was it?
Freshman All-American. Knocked every field goal down for the team win.
Oh yeah.
We got him in the building today.
That boy.
Today is his birthday. So we ain't gonna say his age, but today's his birthday. And just Andre Szmyt, man.
Yes,
Andre Szmyt,
boy.
Got him in the house today.
Yeah, I know he mobbed too.
How you doing, man?
Do the handshake.
Oh, so I got handshakes now.
That's the mob shake, man.
Okay. Andre Szmyt, man, welcome to the podcast, man.
Thanks for having me, guys.
No problem.
That boy.
How we feeling?
How you feeling?
Good. Excited. Happy to be 4-0.
Right.
Looking forward to this week.
What's the feel? Like, has it been different for campus, or are you not on campus these days?
Nah. All my classes are online.
You know, grad school now.
Yeah, 2 classes online.
So you big vibing.
Yeah.
You vibing too,
Just
man.
chill, gang. You don't need to know all that.
I'm the young buck. I know it's good.
Yeah, we know. More like yesterday.
So how I feel to hit a game-winning field goal, like a closing in less than 2 minutes to go? How I feel to do that?
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, you try not to let the moment control you, though. You know, that's a big thing that Coach Leg, and shout out to Leg, he came in, he got the special teams right. So he came in, the biggest thing is like, hey, like situational football, you know, don't let the moment control you. And that's kind of what I try to do, you know, just I control the moment. So we control the moment, I should say, you know, shout out my O-line, JB, first part of the game, and then Mike coming in, obviously stepping up, That's kind of what we talked about too. Like, hey, Mike, you know, we've been there a year ago yesterday. We hit a game winner last week, so
for
you know,
sure.
Like, don't let the moment control you, and we just went out there and we did our thing.
I see you did your thing. But you know, you were talking about Coach Leg, and he just joined our team this year, and just talk about that transition, because obviously we all know his resume. You know, if you guys don't know, Coach Leg has been a part of the Texans, the Steelers, won a Super Bowl with them. He's always flashing his ring to us, you know, showing us, you know, what we could get one day. So, just talk about how he's helped you, you know, your process. Obviously, you've been here for some time, but you know, you want to go to that next level. So, how has he helped you get preparing you get there?
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell that he has that NFL experience under his belt. You know, he brings a lot to the table for the whole special teams unit as a whole, and the specialists. You know, we meet more than we ever have in my 6 years here.
Yeah, for sure. Them boys be working now.
Yeah, they be working now. Oh, they be working now.
And that's why it been showing.
I ain't gonna snitch on nothing, but you know, before Coach Leg and them came, I used to have beefs with the specialists a little bit, because you know, but you know, it's your birthday today, so any plans or?
Nah, just chill, bro. My family's up here. They've been
up
here.
That's dope.
Since we had like the 4 home games in a row, they stayed up here in Cicero,
really?
yeah.
For
a couple of weeks. So
from Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Illinois.
Yeah.
Same.
You from 60? You don't need. Nah.
I'm from the burbs.
From the burbs.
Oh, you from the burbs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Chicago, Rhino. You know, if you're watching Rhino, you're from Chicago. I'm just saying. But you know, let's take it back real quick. Just, you know, your freshman year, you had a great year. You won the. I feel like I'm gonna say this award wrong. So
you keep saying it wrong.
Yeah. So
bro.
can you tell me what award did you win? It was a national award, but I keep saying it wrong. So
the Lou Groza.
Okay, and that is for the best
kicker in college football. Yeah.
And you won that young.
The best kicker as a freshman.
Redshirt freshman.
Redshirt freshman.
That's still freshman.
Young buck.
I remember
the best kicker in the nation. That's crazy.
And just before you go into that, you actually were a walk-on, right? And then you earned a scholarship. So just talk about that. Like, what's that process like? You know, and then going from that and then winning that award. Like, just talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. I only started playing football my senior year of high school, so I don't know if you guys didn't know.
Did you play any other sports?
I played soccer my whole life.
So
and basketball a little bit, but
so you had the strong legs already.
You can
hoop. Exactly. No, I'm a sharpshooter. But no, yeah. So I played my senior year of high school. You know, all my friends, like my friends that actually just came to visit me for this game, they played football in high school, and they were like, hey, you got a strong leg, and like, don't you want to play in front of fans? Because, you know, soccer, we don't really get many fans in high school. So I was like, yeah, it could be fun. You know, I messed around a little bit and started getting some attention from like colleges and whatnot. But originally I was going to go to Louisville to walk on, and the coach from Louisville.
We ain't mentioning them more. We can't mention them more.
But the coach from Louisville, there's only one coach really that kind of noticed my talent, and he ended up coming to Syracuse. So he's like, hey, like, the opportunity's here. Cole Murphy was the kicker. Shout out Cole. We trained in California before this season, and he ended up coming here. And he said, hey, the opportunity's good here. You know, like, this senior's going to graduate, and you have a chance to fight for the job. And it's kind of what I did. You know, I ended up winning the job. And
got that
done it, got that guy like halfway through the year after we lost the Pitt. But so it was a little bit. It was,
I remember that.
It was bittersweet. But
So how I know your parents, your family. How was that feeling? And you letting them know that you got that scholarship?
Relieved. It was a while ago. But I still remember. I called my mom after the team meeting. She was crying. They were driving home from Pitt.
That's lit, man. That's dope.
Yeah. That's lit,
and
man.
Marlo, you're a little too young to remember this story, but I remember this day. Because we were all in the team room and we all clown Andre for this one statement he said. Like, it was crazy.
Andre Doobie said some crazy things.
It was funny though, because we have team meetings on Sundays, and Coach Babers was talking to Andre, and I think this was the day that he actually gave you the scholarship in front of everybody, I think he said something like, "Hey Andre, like, why do you start for us?" He was like, and Andre goes, "Because I make my kicks." Like, hey, yo.
He was looking for consistently good, not occasionally great.
That's what it was.
He wanted me to say that, but I wasn't thinking about it.
He was like, "Because I make my kicks. That's why I'm a starter." Like, everybody was rolling in the Coach Babers he was like, "Oh, since you make your kicks, we're gonna put you on scholarship." It went crazy, but that was like a dope moment, and I think people see your resume, but they don't see like what goes into that. So what's your mental process like? Because obviously, you did, like, we all know your resume, but what's your daily approach? Like, did you want to win that award your freshman year, like, or did you just want to be a starter? Like, what was that for you?
Yeah, well, when I started playing football, I don't think I really even knew that award even existed until I came to college. And I was like, oh, okay, like that's what it is. But I mean, now you can't really think too big picture, and that's kind of like kicking's so mental. And I remember watching an interview with Justin Tucker once, and he said
the GOAT,
and he said that 90% of kicking is mental, and the other 10% is mental too.
Yeah.
So it goes to show that it's a tough job, and you can't think too far in advance. Like, okay, we hit a game winner this week, but we're on to Wagner, So it's a new week, and
you probably gonna have
I'll enjoy it after the season, But right now we're trying to stay locked in.
Yeah.
A lot of mental practice goes into kicking. So you know me, you see me after walkthroughs and stuff like that. Just visualizing walking the field, envisioning myself in those game winning situations. So that when I'm in them, it's not something new, and I can't control my feelings and emotions.
You've been there before.
Exactly.
Yeah, him talking about that mental. So after each walkthrough before the game, I see him like he loves just seeing things before they happen. He loves being a visual person. Like he lines up every yard line, gets his little walkthrough, kicks in just so he can see it before it happens. I see that. That's a lot. I love that. I love that about him.
That's dope, man. Can you just dive into that? Like, so obviously, you've been here for 5 years now, right? So, and I think
6.
Woo! I tried to spare you. I tried to spare you, but hey, 6. That's a long time. You feel me? But hey, it is what it is. Marlo, I think he was in like the 8th grade.
All right, chill with my dog, man.
when he was a freshman. But nah, just talk about that, man. What's that process like? Because you have so much success early, and they say like when you get it early, it can kind of like discourage you in a way because you like let it get to your head and stuff like that. But you seem like you're at a place now where you don't let anything like get to you. So what do you do to just keep yourself calm and like in those moments? So when you have opportunities to make a game-winning kick, you can do it.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's kind of, I did some self-reflecting recently, and going back to winning in my freshman year to now is how much you have to grow mentally. I mean, just like kicking in general as a position, you have to grow mentally. And I think that's the biggest thing that's changed between my freshman year and now is, you go out there freshman year, there are no expectations for you. You just go out there and you have fun. And I made a lot of my kicks. And now where I'm at is there's some pressure. It's my last year here. So, I'm trying to do the best I can to help the team win too. And you just have to be just that much more mentally tougher. There's a lot of eyes on you, and there are a lot of people saying stuff about you, and even going back last year and the year before, and every year it seems like it almost gets harder mentally. So just being mentally tougher is just that much more important, I feel.
Yeah,
I think that's dope, right?
So we talked. I just want to go back to the UVA game. Just talk about just like the people like we talk about, it happened on offense, defense, special teams, like just people going down. So your main holder, JB, Justin Barron, he went down with a targeting call, so he couldn't finish the game. So Mike Midkiff, somebody that didn't even, somebody Coach Lick emphasis. I mean, he talked about it a lot. He didn't even go to the hotel. That boy.
See, people don't know that.
Yeah, people don't understand. That boy just woke up.
Didn't
went
know
to the
he was
game.
going to
Just
play.
like a fan. He woke up, showed up at the stadium.
Didn't know he was
crazy.
going to play.
So that boy hopped on the field and held your last 2 kicks, last 3.
Yeah, last 2.
I mean, definitely the game-winning one. So how was that? How was that conversation between y'all? Because I know that's different. I know you can't. I know you had to be a little nervous just because the change
You
of it.
practice with him as much as JB, right?
That's the thing. Yeah. So another thing, Coach Lick, situational football. Always be ready to like have someone else going. You know, Bo can always go down. You know, JB can always go down. So I can't have a new holder, a new snapper come in and then freak out all of a sudden. FO, you know how Bayward would say it. So I can't freak out. So one thing I told Mike, and, you know, to ease his nerves and maybe mine a little bit too, is to be like, hey, you know, we've been there before.
Yeah,
we were there last year. You know, we made kicks last year, and hey, it's nothing new, you know.
And plus
we do it in practice too.
And plus, that's one of your close friends, right? So y'all locked in.
Yeah,
our locker neighbor too.
He right there in our locker too.
Yeah.
Them boys locked in, so they had that chemistry already. It was good.
So, like, let's talk about some of your goals. Obviously, you know, everybody knows you're one of the top kickers in the nation right now, and you know, obviously, we know you want to go to the next level. So, do you like focus on, you know, like, do you want to win the Luka?
Luka Garza.
Come on, man. Luka. He plays basketball.
What is it, bro? What is it?
Lou Groza.
Lou Groza.
Oh,
Lou Groza. I'm smart, child. I'm smart. But chill,
from
gang.
DC. I don't know
What?
Said, bro.
Boy, what? The city?
Come on, man.
Come on, bro.
Right.
But nah, so like, just talk about some of your goals. Do you want to win that award again, or?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's like it's in the back of your mind, but that's a product of the work you put in week in and week out. So,
For sure.
you know, if it happens great. But, you know, I'm just worried about doing whatever I can to help the team win. I think it sounds like a media answer, but like,
Great political answer. Great political answer.
But it really
it's the mob,
is.
man. We need to know.
Yeah,
we need to
real
know.
life.
Yeah, no, but it really is. Like, I want the team to win, and, you know, the fact that we're 4-0, you know, I was sitting there and sometimes I wish I could do more. You know, I want to be out there. Like, put me on defense. Let me play safety. JB goes down, let me go in for my holder. I got him.
Crazy.
But yeah, I want to do everything I can to help the team win. And you know, being 4-0 is unbelievable.
But see, even in that, right, a kicker wants to go out there and play safety. Like if that don't say how close we are, I don't know what else will. You know, and I think just you know, everything what you're saying with like just your mental process is so real, because I don't think people understand like the daily mental approach you have to deal with this game.
Football, and definitely with kicking, but definitely football is mental, but
especially
kicking.
your job.
Yeah, definitely kicking.
Y'all don't see them a lot, but it's not a good game to just be missing kicks.
Yeah,
like,
no, bro.
It's not fun. It's for you and for the team, right? You know, so I think you definitely sound like somebody who is, you know, just mastering that the mental aspect of the game, and you know, I just hope to see you just keep rising. Just, you know, we have talks. You know, they don't know about we be in treatment room. Me and Andre was talking a lot about just the mind, and you know, like we're older guys on the team now, and just understanding that, like you said, we've been there before.
Yeah. I mean,
you Jazz the real old, bro.
Real old.
You Jazz.
Everyone's got to overcome adversity at some point. You know, last year we didn't have the year we wanted. You know, so you know, it's even better to right that wrong. You know,
100%.
That's
Prove ourselves right.
Exactly.
That's what we say a lot.
All right, guys. So Andre, you know, if you don't know, you know, again, Cuse Nation, they've been going crazy with questions.
Yeah.
And since you're a guest on the show, you
gotta answer these
questions. You gotta answer them with us.
You
You know, it's not just the me and Marlo thing.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta answer. So, and we get real on here.
Okay.
So don't think, you know, we don't need the media, political. We don't need all that.
I got one more question though. So where that trophy sitting at? Is it at your house? Is it in Chicago? Where is it?
So there are 2. So the school gets one, and then I get one. So it's at my house in my room.
Okay. I gotta see that.
I have like a little shrine in all my game balls. Not that many. They're not that many, but
we know you got a lot, Andre. Stop it.
You got a shrine. That boy go home and remind himself, this is who I am for real. Like,
it's like a museum back there, really.
Hey, hey.
I ain't got a
Hey, hopefully one day. All right, guys. So we got some of these questions, and this is from Mark O'Rear.
Shout out.
shout out to you.
What's love?
You know, this is actually from our YouTube channel. So this week, you know, we didn't take it from Twitter. We got it from YouTube. So
yeah, because we gotta show y'all love to y'all
on YouTube as well. Like, you guys going crazy in the comments.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know. All right. So this question is, my question is for academics. I was an academic counselor for athletes, and I know how hard you all work. Speak to the challenge of keeping up studies with all the demands of Division I football at a major program.
Yeah, so it's a balance. Like, you got to do a student athlete. So I feel like it's just all about like accountability and just time management, because football, you know, with the work we have to put in to keep winning, it's just a lot. But I just feel like the time management and the academic advisors, they help us a lot. Just me going over there to Stevenson, just getting all my stuff organized and everything. I feel like I'm doing good right now, but it's definitely a hassle, definitely hard. But I just feel like the emphasis on the time management.
For sure. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I got my undergrad and finished my master's. So
hold on.
So I'm taking classes now. Like I said, just taking 2 classes. I was gonna start a new master's, but I figured it's a lot of work. Seriously, a new master's, but
yeah, for sure.
No, like Marlo said, I mean, time management's it's really important. But you know, you got to make time for school and football. So
yeah, I think going off of what both of you guys are saying, I think that's real, because you know, obviously, you know, football is a very gruesome sport, you know, and it demands a lot of time. So I think as an athlete, you know, specifically with football, when you get like an hour break, I'm not even on my phone. Like, I don't want to talk to anybody, only because it's like you appreciate the downtime you get, you know, between school and football. You know, so everybody who think we just be free, that's not true.
Them at the practice, hurry up, shot, got run the class.
Man, my freshman year, we practiced at 4. Remember that? So, like, my freshman year, 2018, we practiced at 4 p.m. So we were done around like 7.
yeah.
So we would come in, and I was a freshman. I had freshman study table at 7:30.
I had my freshman year, we had that too.
So I would run in the shower, grab dinner, race over to Stevenson, because, you know, you get in trouble if you're late.
Yeah.
Those people don't know. That's 30 minutes to get from the cafeteria to Stevenson. That's our academic center.
7:30 to 9:30.
7:30 to
2
9:30 at
Not
night.
just 1 hour.
Yeah.
2 hour study table.
And you can't leave until you check out with all your counselors, and they say you can go. So some nights, some guys was in there till like 10:30, 11.
Yeah.
Like
that boy Smurf used to tell me he had one class where he had papers. Yeah, that boy told me he used to be in there like 10 to 30.
And I had a paper one time. I didn't leave there till like 11:15. Went right to bed after.
And then I had to wake up.
Yeah, because we had
6 a.m.
two-side workouts in the morning.
Workouts in the
And then had to
morning.
wake
Practice
up.
in the afternoon.
So ain't no excuses. You want Scarlet, you gotta
It gets hard, but we love it.
Yeah,
we love it.
And I think, you know, what you guys saying is just so real. So, you know, shout out to Marco Rhea for that question. So our next question is,
Pull that up.
all right. This is from Allison Shipton, from our YouTube channel, and she says, "Thank you for being so willing to be so vulnerable. It is so refreshing to hear strong men showing emotion and being grounded in their faith. You all are an inspiration to so many, and I believe this team is special." Question for next week: for those of you who are men of faith, how did you come to know God? That's deep.
Yeah, deep. So really, just for me, growing up, my grandfather, which rest his soul, passed away my senior year of high school. He instilled that in me, just really strong, just going to church a lot, just being a child of God, just really always reading the Bible with me, just saying different prayers. Me as a young kid, just saying the prayers like for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, and all of that.
For sure.
And just me just getting older, just seeing how important that is, just seeing how really like I'm living to be the man God intends me to be. So it's deep. So I really strong in my faith. Yeah,
that's what's up. All right, Andre.
Yeah,
what about
me
you?
too. I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed, but before every kick, I cross myself.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, and I mean, that kind of keeps me grounded, you know, because there's always, to me, there's something more important than just like life, you know.
Yeah,
there's you have to have your faith. There's something bigger than yourself, you know. So I mean, that keeps you grounded, and it's a big part of my life. You know, my mom being super religious. I mean, growing up, going to church, always Russian Orthodox Christian. So,
that's what's up. And I think just going off of you too, you know, for me, that's just who my mother and father were. You know, they instilled that in me at a young age. you know, and kind of like what you said, like losing my mom at a young age to breast cancer. It was like I watched her faith never leave her spirit, you know. So, and it's just so crazy because, you know, I just watched how she was and how she approached her everyday life. So I think for me, my biggest thing that I took from her was, it doesn't matter what I'm going through, you know, like never lose my faith in God. And that's what's worked for me in my life, kind of like what you guys were saying. Like I definitely believe that, you know, we're top Division I athletes, but at the same time, that's what helps me impact, right? And I think that's what it hits on a deeper note, you know, just focusing on my faith. And that's, like you said, it keeps me grounded, and honestly it keeps me going, you know, because I have days where, you know, you get upset about something, but then, you know, you spend time with God, and then all your stress and just everything's gonna be all right. So that was definitely a great question.
But yeah, definitely just talking about that, like, you know, sometimes it can get hard, like, you struggle with your faith sometimes, because me losing, like you talk about you losing your mom, me losing my dad and my grandfather, two the only male figures in my life, really. So that definitely was hard. So just, I gotta remember that I'm still blessed though. Like, I'm still a blessed man. Yep. Just losing those two male figures, it forced me to like be the man of the house earlier. So now it's just me, my mother, and my grandmother. So it's a blessing in itself. So it's forcing me to, like you said, to be a man earlier. So
no, for sure. I think that's important too.
Because I know a lot of people definitely struggle with their faith, but you just got to remind yourself that you really are blessed. Like, it's a lot of good things going on in your life.
No, for sure.
And God has a plan for all of us.
100%.
Everything happens for a reason. We talked about that in the tubs. Like,
Tub talks.
Yeah, exactly. you mentioned that. You mentioned that earlier, but I mean, He really does have a plan for us. And I know that, like you said, it keeps you grounded, but like I know that, like, hey, God has a plan for all of us. So
that's dope, man.
Just stay the course.
Shout out to God, man. You're a real one. But all right. So our last question is the Dome at. I didn't get the name, so I apologize. But it was a 3-part question, but we're going to answer the third one. So it says the Dome atmosphere compared to playing outdoors and its uniqueness and loudness. What's the difference?
So I think the media put it in something, but I heard somebody say it's like playing inside of a drum.
Oh yeah, I think the Purdue coach said that.
I feel like that's definitely the truth.
That's facts.
Because just being inside, just the sound is like so much louder than playing outside.
Like echoes.
Yeah.
Even going in there for like practice when no one's in the stands, like if you're yelling,
it's different.
Like, I agree with that much. It really is like playing inside of a drum. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think, I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, I was a stadium guy.
Mm-hmm.
The Dome grew on me.
Yo, it did.
It grew on me.
It's Idol's Army.
Yeah,
showing up.
It grew on me because I just, sometimes you like to be outside, that outside feel, you know. But I tell you, third down, when I hear the everybody in the Dome going crazy, I remember there was one third down I couldn't even hear anything. Yeah. I just felt my body just shaking. Like, all right, we gotta go crazy.
It gets better every week.
Every week. Yeah, man. So what about you? Like kicking, Dome
let's not forget to mention. It's nice to kick inside.
Yeah. Too, facts for you. No win.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But,
so
I like it.
So playing it at like away games when they used to be loud, like playing at Clemson, stuff like that. How, like, cause that's mental, cause like they be so loud yelling while you're about to kick. How you handle that?
See, like, part of me almost likes that a little bit more, like, and same with like the end of the game kicks, cause it forces you to lock in just like that much, that next level.
So you're not afraid of the pressure. It's like, I'm gonna attack it.
Yeah, like I'd be lying if I said like a game-winning field goal feels the same as a PAT in the first half.
For sure.
the amount of like concentration, focus you have in those, like, I almost like black eye, forget everything that happens in those kind of moments. And that's kind of how it is for a lot of away kicks too, because the crowd is so loud, especially like we're going down to Death Valley, Clemson soon. And I remember playing the atmosphere my freshman year. It was like,
it hit a big one, that 51-yarder.
Yeah. And it was loud. So, I mean, you just have to lock in just that much further,
It forces you to lock in.
Yeah,
for sure.
I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, I mean, Andre, we appreciate you coming on the Mob podcast, but obviously this week, guys, we have another opportunity. Play Wagner in the Dome again.
Mm-hmm. 5 o'clock, right?
5 p.m. 5 p.m. Saturday. And so how you guys feel about Q's Nation was crazy last week, in your opinion, right?
Every week.
Every week they've been going up.
Them third downs.
We need to sell the Dome out though.
Yeah. I'm saying.
We need to.
I'm saying.
We need everybody pull up.
Pack the Dome. Like,
yes.
Q's Nation, I don't think you guys truly understand how lit we get when we hear you guys going crazy in the dome, and it's definitely just a blessing to see, and we want it even louder.
Yeah, on Twitter I've been saying I forgot what page it is, but like they counting the false starts, the opponent teams.
Yeah, false start count because of how loud the dome is.
Y'all see how it keep going up.
It keeps going up.
Them false starts that help us a lot. Like we need y'all to sell the dome out for real.
So yeah, Cuse Nation, we appreciate you guys so much. You know, all the love we've been getting on our podcast week to week. You know, just shout out to you guys. Keep the questions coming. And this Saturday at 5 p.m.
Be there.
We need you to pack the dome.
Be there.
You know, shout out to Cuse, man. Mob.